meet you. I really wanted to, have you come on the show and tell your story and stuff like that.
Hey, it's nice to be here, man. I thank you for reaching out to me and giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, so what made you become a martial artist? Like what was the influence behind that?
My dad. My dad is the founder and creator of our style, Red Dragon Karate. My dad was my hero, and I wanted to be around him, so I went to the studio and started learning martial arts.
That and I hate that you guys get excluded out of everything because y'all pretty much as important as the Shakur side of the family as well. I just hate that they don't put y'all like in the movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just glad people, like it and I enjoy the history and
Yo, 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 welcome to the 1804 show, chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will. It's episode 744. Tonight I got a special guest coming to the show. He already was on here with my homeboy Lou, and he was just like, I'm ready, so let's get it popping. So I'm finna bring him on here. And oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, the 1804 show, chapter 2. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's up, man?
Man, nothing, man. Just chilling, bro. Welcome back.
Happy to be back, man. Happy to be back, man.
Man, me too, man. I couldn't wait. Cause when you had told me, you was like, I'm ready. I was like,
Yeah, I'm
oh
ready, bro.
snap.
I left you standing for a little minute, man. I said, let me get back, man.
Man, it's all good, man. There ain't no love lost over here. You know
Okay.
that. How you been?
I've been good, man. Just chilling, man. Enjoying life with the family, man.
Yeah, and I really wanted to talk to you about that for real, like, because that's what I want this episode to really be about. Because
Okay.
they always talk about there's no black fathers or good black men and all that other shit. So I really want you to debunk all of that because I know that you put a lot of work into, your life now and stuff like that. So how was the process of that, and was it difficult at first?
Um, it's all about changing, man, and becoming a man. Getting out that little boy stage. Sometimes it be hard, when you don't know what's really out there or who for you. You'll you'll keep that setback of like, oh no, I'm a do this or do that. And sometimes you want to be by yourself, That's how you start. You be in the streets or you bobbing around with whoever. And then, once you get somebody real, you feel it, you see it. I always say actions is better than words.
Always,
So
man. Always.
yeah. And I met somebody beautiful and treat me good, love me, love my children. And it was a blessing, man. So if I couldn't change for that, I wasn't gonna change for nothing. So, but I had to change myself first. It's always about yourself first, though. So if I couldn't change myself on what I wanted to be and be for her or her children, because she got children, then I wasn't gonna be right at all. So I had to change myself first and get into that mindset of what I really want to be, man, and what I needed it to be.
Oh, no doubt. And change is good. And
Yes.
also you can face a whole lot of backlash because you took the necessary step to change. And did you have anybody criticizing your change and you evolving? Because I had a whole bunch of people who had such um, a rebuttal to what I was doing because I just really quit hanging around the same people that I was hanging around because they was going nowhere. and it's not always beef. It's just boundaries now, and it's just what I want, and I know what I need in my life. And if you guys are not trying to support, then you gotta go. It's just the inevitable nowadays. But everybody doesn't see that, so I wanted to ask you about that part.
Yeah, I had a lot of hate, you know, and sometimes you don't know where it come from because sometimes you don't see the hate, you know, but you feel it, you know.
Hell yeah, you do.
And you ain't gonna always see it. You ain't gonna always see it, but you gonna feel it, man. And everybody ain't like the change. Some people don't like change. 90% of people don't like change, you know.
Hmm.
It can be anybody. It can be family, certain friends, whatever. They don't like change because they feel they want you stuck in that same spot. You know what I'm saying? Where you can be valuable for what you was valuable for with them, you know? And it's just like I seen a lot of it and I was like, I'm okay with that. That's what I needed to see because if I don't see hate, I'm not doing something right. They like you when you're doing something wrong, but when they don't like you when you're doing it right. So I start seeing a lot of hate, a lot of jealousy, a lot of, you know, all this and that, and it made me a better person for what I wanted to be, man. It made me a better person, and I embraced it, you know. I embraced it because being a man and changing is hard, especially being here in Michigan. It's hard, man.
Oh, no doubt, man. And it's just all about just looking deep inside yourself. Because when we last talked, I was just starting out or whatever, and now I'm a household name, and I'm not used to just having so many people praying on my downfall. Because I started just with the illusion of, oh, I'm gonna just do my show, but I had no idea that the show was going to branch out to like different parts of the country and show the world. I had like 5 international guests since then, so it just was a phenomenon, and I just didn't see the potential of it. I just wanted to do it, but when you in it, it's just like the best drug that you could ever assume or consume. And I just was like, man, I wonder how far could this go now? But I just always just try to tell people that it's up to you to how you want things to go, because you think everybody rooting for you and behind your back and cheerleading you on. And the hardest part is being your own cheerleader, being your own supporter, your own motivator. Because this shit
No,
is stressful at times. Anything that you start or anything that you establish, it's always going to be stressful because you represent it, you're the face of things, and you're not average anymore. So it just, even with your comedy and when you was making those videos and stuff like that, I know it was kind of like bugged out when you was getting all those reactions and all that engagement, but you was just being yourself.
yep.
And that's why I always found you very funny, but also I knew that it was a person behind all of that, because nobody really looked deep into that nucleus like that.
You definitely right, man. Like, especially with the comedy, man. Just like people try to be, you know, you gonna try to be somebody else, or you gonna try to be too much for somebody to like you. I always been like just myself, you know, like even like with my woman, like sometimes I was like, when I got with her, it was like a little scary thing, like, you know, like, should I still be doing this or that? But it was just like, no, you got to be yourself, you know. And if she can't accept that, and I won't accept that for myself, then something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And she always pushed me, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that gave me a lot of support. Well, I was already supporting to just keep being myself. And I like doing it, man. I like seeing people smile. I'm not like a jealousy person. I don't like to see people mad and angry and hateful all the time. You know, I like to see people smile and happy, man. If I got to crack a joke, or I like to do that around my family here, brothers, sisters, whoever. I like to see people smile, man. And I'm original with it, you know. So I'm not a copy and paste. I'm just first thing to mind, you know. So
Yeah, and I know that you went through some difficult times. How you doing today?
doing good. You know, we was talking about the first time we got on the interview about my little sister. You know, it's time finna come up again. You know, she passed away on my birthday, so it's gonna be hard for me to, you know, pill to swallow. But with the right support, you get through anything. You know what I'm saying? And also losing my woman's mom, that was hard because I treated her as a mom and she loved me like a son. You know, so that's hard still on me now because it's still fresh. But you know, getting through it with her or getting through it together is step by step, man. So got to keep your head up and chin out, man.
Oh, no doubt, man. And I have a question for you to give me,
Okay.
because I still struggle with the grieving situation, because I do it practically by myself.
Okay.
And I just really got tired of explaining myself to people
Okay.
and just really try to like deal with it in silence, because they would never really understand it unless they've been there. But even when they've been there, like nobody has a right to tell you how to deal with it, because this forever, this eternal. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So will it be a lot helpful for me to find somebody who can relate or not?
Sometimes it's best. Like I understand my woman a lot when she say like you don't understand, or you know, because it's really not my mother. You know, like it's her mother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like you don't really know until you really in that situation with people. You know what I'm saying? Or you going through it. You never know nobody hurt unless you going through that same thing or you went through that same thing. But it's always best to have somebody who understand you. You know what I'm saying? Not understand your grief all the time, but understand you. To have somebody that understand you, it helps, man, because you it's easier way for you to talk. It's hard to communicate with just everybody or just multiple people because everybody ain't gonna understand you. And everybody ain't gonna get you grieve, and everybody can't walk you through it. You always gonna grieve, losing who you lost, or like my woman lost, or I lost. It's gonna always be grief because you know what I'm saying. Them people we love. So I just feel like you need somebody to talk to, man. You always gonna need somebody to talk to. Sit down and talk to, and be honest with them about it. Some people hold stuff back on grievance. You know what I'm saying? It's about being honest with the grief. Like, hey, this is what I'm still going through, or this still hurting me. And like, I got a strong woman that tell me like, you know, I'm going through a lot, and I understand that because you know that's her mom's and stuff. And even when I lost my sister on my day, it was hard for me, man, and I had to get away from people because I feel like nobody really understood me. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you always need somebody to talk to. And I got in that shell when I lost my sister. I got in the shell, and it was bad for me because I needed somebody. You know, you always need somebody, especially to get through your grief. So I just feel like, man, you know, find somebody or that you know that's real with you. Talk your grievance out with them. You know, it helps, man. It always helps to bring it out of you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of keeping it in, it always helps, man.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And I'm still kind of just opening my shell, because it's like people play with that majority of the time, and it's nothing to really play with. It's really a delicate, I would say, element to life, and you learn so much about yourself at that time, and you learn just everything isn't black and white. You know what I'm saying? It's gray.
Yeah.
It's some gray in there, and I'm just can say that just us as black men, like we're so undefeated to the point of nothing can really break us. But it's just all about choices as well. Because I would have been like the perfect villain if I would allow myself to be a villain. But I decided to be a voice for those who don't have the ability to express themselves, and just give people just the gist of what I experienced, and it just feels good knowing that somebody who came on the show and they was just like, hey man, you really helped me out. You were the only one that actually listened to me. You was really genuine, sincere, and for that, I'm always rooting for you and stuff. So, and it just, we need that type of support, us as men, because they don't think we have any feelings, no way.
No, as a
Or
black
we,
man,
yeah, they make it seem like we just on autopilot all the
it's
time.
hard. It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard.
And when you're not a strong person or that person that's like a comic relief, man, it's just kind of like, okay, well, I'm making you feel good, but I'm dead inside, or I feel empty. And it just takes you back to that particular time you found out. And I don't care how much time went by, but it just still plays the importance of where you came from, or you when you came out of that. But I'm just really proud of you for taking the steps to enhance your life, because a lot of people become worse, or they become like stagnated or go astray, or just be mad at the world. But I and you are just resilient man. We practice a lot of patience, because it's not an overnight thing. So
It's never overnight thing, and it got a lot to do with bumping your head a lot too, man. Like
yeah,
you can bump your head. You could have bumped your head yesterday, but it's all about being strong, man. Especially as a black man, it's all about keeping your head up, man. We're gonna put our head down, but most of that time we gotta pick our head right back up. And you know what I'm saying? It's all about keeping good people in contact or around you. Like I'm glad I kept real friends that understand my happiness too. As in like ain't judge me or look at me certain ways. Understood me. You know what I'm saying? As in, man, I'm happy for you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to hear that. You need to hear that. I'm happy for you. Or I know what you're going through. Or I'm just checking on you. You barely get people who be like, I'm just checking on you. I'm seeing how you doing. Or what you doing. Or I miss you. You barely get that. You get mostly 85% of people telling you, oh, I need something, or I need you to do something for me, or where's the, hey, how you doing? How's your family? How you taking your grief? How you taking the loss? It's always good to have the right people, man, to stay in contact with, and you get through your grievance and everything by just people just contacting you or showing some support or just writing a few words in your inbox or messages.